Hi there, everybody. Welcome back. I have another episode, and Kevin Smith with First Team Real Estate here in Southern California. And one of the questions that I keep getting asked is, Kevin, you're so busy with all your different events. How do you possibly keep them all organized and planned out? So I am involved with a lot of different organizations, from OCAR, which is the Orange County Association of Realtors, to VA Rep, which is the Veterans Association of Real Estate Professionals, Women's Council of Realtors, and then of course I have my fitness and a lot of my activities that I do outside the office and personal things too. So one of the things that most people probably do already, but what I do is I make sure that everything is planned out for the week, the month, and the year. So if you're planning on having some type of event, one of the things you want to do obviously is have people subscribe to your newsletter, your blog video, some type of a monthly email or drip campaign. So I'll get those people that are interested in things that I'm doing, and I will send them out a constant reminder to make sure they're up to date on the things that I do. After I have them on my list, one of the things I want to do is make sure that if I have an event, I want to give them plenty of time to prepare for that. If I'm doing an educational event and I want to make sure that the topic is very clear, I'm going to usually I'll use Facebook or Eventbrite. I'll send out the message in some cases out a year. So for like our golf tournament or our fashion show or our casino night, I don't know, some of the educational programs that we do for educating our veterans and the people that are in our business, I'll send out a calendar, save the date. And if I don't have the specific information, I'll at least give them an idea of like save the date, kind of like a wedding, that, make sure you put this in your calendar. I have kind of a rough estimate of the days and times, so you can put that in your calendar, and I'll get you more information later on when I have it. So you're gonna wanna give them ample time. So that's one of the things that I do, is make sure that they have saved that date, and I'll give them an overview of the topics. Then the other thing I'm going to want to do is, if let's say it's an educational event, I'm going to want to make sure that that topic is very clear. And a lot of the times, if I have an educational event, I'm going to have some partners that are going to deal with the same topic, and they might be talking a little bit about different parts of that topic, but we're all going to have one cohesive message, so it doesn't leave the attendees a little bit confused. So for instance, if I'm doing a financial planning with a financial planner or an estate planner, we might talk about business setups, C corps, S corporations, LLCs. We're going to talk about setting up the corporation, but then we're also going to maybe talk a little bit about individual planning for their trusts and wills and things like that. So it's going to be an event that's going to talk about how you would set up a corporation, how you set up your personal information, but it's all going to be from the financial planner and those people that are in the industry, how it relates to real estate, how it's going to relate to their retirement, and all that kind of stuff. So one event, different topics, but kind of like one cohesive message. Now, when you're marketing the events, two of the biggest ones that I use is Facebook. If you guys aren't familiar with Facebook events, you can set up an actual event. You can describe the event, the who, the when, the why, and how they're going to be informed and what's going to be coming up on that event. And you can share and invite people from the Facebook application, from the platform. That's a great way to do it. And then another way is keeping track of who's attending and who is going to be coming. You don't want to do it the old-fashioned way by taking a piece of paper and writing it down, which is okay, but nowadays you have different applications such as Eventbrite, which will charge you a small fee. So for instance, for our casino night that's coming up, we're going to be charging about $75 to $100 to come to the event, which is something that I also kind of highly suggest, is charging people a nominal fee. And if you have to, you can give out a discount code, which is actually going to make it free, but it has a little bit of kind of a buy-in. Sometimes if it's free, people think that it's not worth much. So the casino night, we're going to charge $75, but if you give them a coupon code and they buy it for an early bird special, or they have some coupon, it might be even more discounted. So Eventbrite and Facebook are a great way to be marketing your events. And then of course, when you're coming down to the actual event, let's say it's an educational event, again, with financial planners or how to do a loan, you're going to want to be very organized. You're going to want to have a outline of what we're going to be talking about. You're going to have a handout so they can follow along. So they're just checking the items off and maybe jotting down a few points and maybe a PowerPoint, something that's very clear so they're not constantly writing the whole time and not listening to you. So, and then at the very end, you're going to want to have a Q&A. So if they have questions that they've come across during the presentation, they'll have an opportunity at the end to ask questions, and you'll have an opportunity to answer questions that people may have also had in the seminar, and it'll help everybody at the same time. So a couple other things I wanted to point out was making sure that you're planning out ahead, that you're organized at the meeting, and if you have partnerships, making sure that there's one good cohesive message. So everything goes, it has to be very organized and involved with the people and the people that will be attending. So those are some of the top hot topics that I thought I might point out to you today. If you have any more specific questions, feel free to reach out to me by phone, text, or email, of course, and I'll have more attachments below that will answer some of your questions. And before we go, I want to make sure that if you're a YouTuber, you're making sure that you're subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell for notifications. So look forward to talking to you next time. Thank you guys and have a great week. Bye-bye.